Hi guys, it's your girl Zoe, and today we just hit 5 subscribers. And for the 5 subscribers, I decided that I wanted to draw my life and what inspired me to create this channel, all that good stuff. So let's get started. I was born December 8th of 2006. I was a winter baby. I was very small. And I didn't really require much when I was born. I was very quiet and tiny, and being honest, I was just an overall good baby. As I got older and began remembering things, I started doing things with the person who I looked up to as a child, and it was my older sister, Riley. Please excuse all of the bad drawings. I am not that great at drawing humans. But anyway, when I began remembering certain things, I began remembering my older sister, Riley. I was still a little baby at the time, so of course I didn't understand. But I was at that age where I started remembering, and I liked her. When we were growing up, my sister was obsessed with Barbie. She would play with them almost every single day for 3 hours. Heck, we were more addicted to Barbie than we were TV like other kids. But when me and Riley were about 5 and 4, my mom decided to take us somewhere. She took us to the all-magnificent place of Blockbuster. Remember, this was in the time when DVDs were still a thing, until Netflix came around and boosted it out of all of its glory. And since people weren't buying Blockbuster, Blockbuster went out of business. And when our mom finally explained it to us, me and Riley were bummed because we would go out there every Friday and we would get movies, one for Riley and one for me, so basically 2 movies every Friday. And then we would go get popcorn. And then we'd go home and we would watch the movies that me and Riley picked out. But ever since Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu started becoming a very popular thing, it went out of business. And I remember how sad I was. I was completely bummed that one of my favorite stores was now out of business and I would never be able to go back to it again. I was so upset that one Friday, a Friday after Riley and me and Riley's mom explained to us that it went out of business, I was about to go up to her and ask, when are we going to Blockbuster? But I stopped myself because I knew it was already out of business. At one point, when I was about 6, maybe 5 even, my mom and dad got into a very heated argument, and it ended up with my dad throwing my mom's keys down the street to her car, and her going back the next morning to find them, and she went to her older sister, my Aunt Cam, to California, and she stayed there for about 3 days. But the thing was, this all happened around 4th of July, a time where family was supposed to love each other, and for celebration and pool parties and whatnot, and fireworks. But this all happened after everybody who had gone. And I was very scared. My dad, after 30 minutes after the argument, took me and my sisters to the direction where he had thrown my mom's keys and went to find them. I was so surprised that my dad would do something like this to Mom. I mean, him and Mom, yes, they got into arguments here and there, but nothing as bad as him throwing her keys across the street. He left them on nightstand and he slept on the couch that night. I was so scared that me and Riley ended up having to cry ourselves to sleep. Because that night, unlike other nights, Mom and Dad didn't come into our room to kiss us goodnight or read us a story, which is something that they usually did. And we cried ourselves to sleep. We were just that sad. My mom had left my dad a note that night, telling her she had gone to California with her sisters and that she would be there for a few days. And when Mom came back, she was so happy to see me and Riley. She was just so happy. But my dad wasn't too happy to see her. The two had just ignored each other as if they didn't even exist together. I was so scared and confused, and Riley explained to me that they had gotten into a fight because I was only a few months into kindergarten when this time, and that they might end up breaking up. I was so scared, but I decided to ignore it. I just played with my dolls with Riley. With us playing with our dolls, it was sort of a form of therapy for us. It helped us keep our mind off our parents, and them might end up breaking up. Playing with my Barbies with Riley, it was just soothing for us. And well, we just played with our Barbies most of the time. The only time Mom and Dad spoke was at dinner time. They didn't speak much to each other, just occasional, how was your day, and blah 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 blah. And I began to realize that my dad, he was turning out to be a bad person. And eventually, they got a divorce. We went to go visit him every now and again, but eventually stopped responding to me in Riley's texts, and we lost communication. He didn't die, we just don't speak anymore. I now have a new and a better dad, and his name is Matt. He proposed to my mom about 2 years of them being together, and got married the next year. He's such a great guy. And being honest, I love him more than I did my biological dad. You guys might remember seeing him in some of my other videos, like when he got chicken dinner on PUBG. He's a very good gamer. Well, not the best, but he's good. And we love him very much. he started a YouTube channel a few months ago, and he's been doing great. He's got about 4 subscribers because he doesn't post all too often, but he posts. And after a while, I began getting into this thing known as claymation. Claymation was very fun for me. And after I created my first claymation called The Good Dinosaur, I showed it to my stepdad, and he thought it was so crazy that he took my mom's phone and he went onto YouTube and he created me Primla Pritchett. And that's the name of my channel. Yes, my name isn't Primla Pritchett, my name is Zoe, but you get the point. It was great, and ever since I started drifting out, whoa, jeez, sorry, get you back there, sorry. Anyways, after I got done with claymation, I started vlogging. And eventually it turns out I thought that my phone was updating, which is what I used to film, and it wasn't. I stopped posting for like a month. Why? Why me, world? But either way, now I have this YouTube channel, and the video with the most views is definitely my Godzilla and Mothra video, which is from King of the Monsters, and it got 55 views overnight, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next.